We were both in the Denver Black Arts Company, Eulipians, Shadow, and now we are The Source. Well, the things that we had in various companies come together in The Source. One, in the Denver Black Arts Company, we always wrote original work. We performed original work, and it was about the local actor. That is something that I always wanted to do with the other companies as well, and we did some of that in those companies, but it was never the basis of a company that would create new works for local artists. And that's not just actors, that's playwrights, that is dancers, to really key in on what we can, how we can create a support system for all of those.
And how we can develop those things in our community. I mean, we need more writers. We need more people who are skilled and willing to take the risk to write and direct, or who are willing to learn stagecraft and learn how to do not only lighting, but learn the aspects of how to create a story in those mediums. Each theater company has its own evolution. They start generally at the same places, and they start generally, not specifically, with similar goals because they want to have a resource for the community to rely on. And each company evolved differently based on the time that it was created in. And as our times are changing, as people are changing, as things are changing, that company needs to be representative of those things indicative of that time. So yes, there'll be some things that'll be similar, but things will come into their own. They'll grow into their own. It won't. Theater companies in general aren't different than any other theater company was 3,000 years ago. Theater is kind of a vagabond, production thing. We don't have a theater space at this time. What we're looking at is doing some things at Su Teatro. The kinds of things we're looking at are, as Hugo said, original works, things that haven't been seen or done before, things that are written by local people, by young people, by people within this community. So the broader base is from our root out, and so some of those pieces are being developed now. Some of we're hoping to find. One of the vitally important things for the theater is to allow the community to see itself by presenting works and doing things that happen within our real life kind of context. The community gets a chance to see and resolve some of its issues, maybe that they hadn't looked at, to kind of rediscover some old truths, or a new way to say old truths. And so it's very important for me, in terms of creating The Source, is to be able to create a theater company that inherently does something with its culture and allows the community to kind of look at itself in a different kind of way. We have a lot of stories to tell. We have a strong oral tradition as it is, and a lot of the things that are transposed or transcend time for us and our communities or our ancestry are told through oral traditions or stories. And these were stories that were not in a book, they were living stories. And that was the one thing that was really cool about being involved in a theater piece, is that it was a living story that was taking place and coming alive. So you had that process of giving it birth and giving it life and air and all those other things that make it come to fruition, so that when everyone's stepping out there to see it, they're not seeing something that's plastine or separate from themselves. It's very much, it's who they are.
But yeah, there are nuances in other venues as for any story we can tell through the eyes, not only through the eyes, through our experiences. There are hundreds of stories, thousands of stories.
Thousands.
Yeah. And we can tell a lot of those stories.
Are there any last words that you guys would like to say about the Source, about yourselves, about performing in general?
Two. Thank you.